Hello, everyone. I was just sitting down and thinking about the fact that it seems as if more. I think that is it. Though I've not really done the research, but roughly I've calculated more people have died at food collection during Stampede more than they have died at protest in this 2024, or in the longest that I know of in Nigeria. But let me even use 2024. Yes, more people have died at where they are sharing food due to stampede because of food that they are sharing more than they have died during protest. But if you tell people to come out and go and protest, they will tell you that they don't want to die. But even if, as I'm talking right to you now, you come out and say you want to share food, they will come out. That tells you. When you tell them, come and fight for your rights, so that this hunger, it's caused by certain people. Most Nigerians do not understand the relationship between their lives and governance. And so they just keep going anyhow. Some of them recognize, but they would rather somebody else fight for their right for them rather than them fight for themselves. But when it comes to getting that rice, that that now delayed gratification is not something that Nigerians seem to know about. They can get now, that bag of rice, that bag of salt, even if they are not going to use it, they would rather fight, die, grab it, fight, do whatever, kill, just to get it, and then end up dropping it at home and not even using it. Sadly, those are things that we have to reconcile with until we get away from this very selfish mentality where it is only for us, and we come to a place of one for all for one. We are not going to get out of this. The politicians are going to use that greed that we seem to have in Nigeria against all of us. People are just focused on themselves. Oh, if I can get that job, I'm okay. If I can get that good health, I'm okay. If I can get this, I'm okay. In 2019, I think it was January 1st, 2019, I did a tweet and I said I will no longer be stopgap for those who refuse to hold their government accountable. Meaning, I'm no longer going to stand there for you. You refuse to hold your government accountable, you are coming to meet me. It got to a point, literally, you just wake up in the morning, people will send messages to you. People are telling you their problem. You're running helter-skelter. You're earning money, but everything is going to people. You yourself, in short, you are not even spending your money. It's all going to people. You're denying yourself so much. And then those people will sit down. When you tell them, let's work for a better Nigeria, they begin to tell you that, oh, it's only God that will solve the problem of Nigeria. And I'm thinking, so why didn't you wait for God to come and solve your own problem? Since if God gave us a brain for a reason. And so from then I said no. Even when it came to medical, healthcare, you see people will come on social media, they will ask for money, they have sick loved ones. Before, anytime I see that, my heart is pounding. I'm like, oh no, I have to, whatever it is I have, I will send this in. I'm sending this amount. Sometimes. Then these people get well and they just move on their lives. They get the money, they just move on. None of them ever comes back to say, what can we do to advocate for better healthcare so that people who don't have access to social media to ask for help the way that we can ask for it, how can we help them? They never do. And then I began to think about it. That was such a selfish way. You come, they get their money, they move on. What about people in the villages who don't have access to social media, who have the same sickness that you did? Have you thought about them? And from then I said no. Now if I see, honestly, I'm sorry. There are so many people out there. Until we begin to think about everyone and not just about ourselves, we won't get anywhere. And then you see people will come to, even like right now, I've done several videos and I send messages. I'm like, I'm sorry. I can't help with this. I'm done. I used to help before. I used to carry it on my head. I've realized that it's also part of the problem. Because people, I'm trying to get a particular message that I have. Somebody just send me this. I just send it direct. And then you see people will come and start telling you things that, oh, you are the only one, you are the one that is accessible. I'm like, oh, so because I'm accessible, you want to kill me. Because one of the things we understand is that we cannot continue to allow government to get away with stealing Those in government stealing the wealth of the country, mismanaging it, using it anyhow. And then we expect citizens to carry the burden. It's not possible. You can't do it. I've always said it that look, we cannot transfer our way out of poverty. We cannot transfer our way into good healthcare system. It's the job of government. We gave up of our wealth so that government would be able to provide this thing. That's what we gave up our wealth, our sovereignty. That's why the wealth of the nation is handled by government. The crude oil that is brought out in this thing, government takes it over. The gold, the mineral resources, the whatever, government takes it over. Even the land that God created that we were born into, at least my ancestors, before there was in Nigeria, my ancestors had a place where they were staying now. Government took all of this over. Now you have to pay ground rent to government. They allocate land to you. They ask you for this and that. You take over all of this, where then you refuse to take over the assets, but don't take over the the liabilities. Then people will not be the ones to be working for taking care of other people. And then you see Nigerians with their own sense of entitlement actually coming to come and start telling you that, oh, you're supposed to do this, you're supposed to do that. Some with even this thing, I'm like, eh? Some with a sense of entitlement, that's how they come and ask you for one thing or the other. I always look at them and say, no. I say, look, let me tell you something. I tell people, for those I see them doing work, I say, look, I will never do anything for anybody to say, oh, Aisha is this or that. No. If you think that I'm going to help you so that you will not go and tell people that, oh, I asked Aisha is over for help and she refused to help me. If you think that's the reason I'm going to help you, then you don't know me. Let people say I didn't help you. Please, they can help you. Let them feel free to help you. I'm not here to help anybody. I keep saying it. I want people to not need my help. That's why. But the same people, when you tell them, come and stand and do this, even come and learn how to do it, come and learn financial literacy, come and learn this, they won't come. But they want you to be the one to do the thing and give them. So this is what, if you send me a message, I'll just say to you, it is heartbreaking reading about your the current situation you are in. Unfortunately, I'm no longer in position to do anything. I've come to the realization that subsidizing citizens' refusal to hold their government accountable is also a big part of the problem in Nigeria. While you suffer, those elected into office squander your money with impunity. Those currently occupying the seat of offices need to hear your message and act on it. They are the ones you should write to. Right now, they say we are lying when we tell them they're suffering in the land because they don't hear from you. This is the message I'll just send to you. If I get either it's email or something, oh, I need this. Because until and unless we take responsibility and begin to hold those that are squandering our wealth accountable, we're going to have more and more worse situation.